Hey y'all, it's Kelly at Crochet Mom for Life. How are y'all today? I'm hanging in there. This is my 4th or 5th time I've tried to make this video. But I'm here. Just fumble on my words. I fumbled bad on my words last time I made a video. So I think I called Miss Janet Miss June. And it's Miss Janet. Hey Miss Janet. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're recovering from all your health issues, your fall and all that. I hope you're doing good. And be careful, because I think all y'all up north are getting snow and all that mess right now. Probably for a while, right? So, but I hope you're doing good. And I'm sorry I messed up on your name. I hated that. That bothered me to no end. But I'm here today, and I hope everybody's had a good weekend. I hope you got your Christmas tree up, because I don't. I still don't. It's not going to get up this week. It might get up next week. I'm not really all that worried about it, y'all. I'm really not. It'll get up, and it'll have some presents underneath it. And then the next day, if I'm able, we're going to jerk that thing down and shove it back in the shed. We just are. That's how we roll. I just do it for my kids and my grandkids at this point. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have it up. I wouldn't worry with it. But yeah, it's going to get up eventually. It will. But yeah, Charlie's going to be gone this week. So he's not going to be here to help me get it out. And our shed has got everything but the kitchen sink in it again. We clean that thing out. And then next thing you know, we're shoving some more stuff in there. So we'll go through it again. I think he's got a lot of clothes out there. My husband has a lot of clothes. I don't. It doesn't really bother me that I wear my clothes out. But my husband has some clothes. He likes having his jeans and his Wrangler shirts, and which that's fine. You know, he works. He should be able to have whatever he wants. He works for it. So. But yeah, we're going to get rid of some more stuff, and thin it out, thin the herd out. And also, you know, I want to get me a Christmas tree that is, let me put this T down, smaller, not in height, but in, you know, this bigger round. I want one of them pencil top trees. Somebody showed one on Facebook the other day, and that's the kind of tree I want to try to get for next year. It's thinner, it won't take up that much space, and you know, I think that's the kind of tree I want next year. Of course, it'll take me till Christmas time to get it put up, right? But it'll be thinner. It won't take as many ornaments in my mind or whatever, I don't know. So I thought, you know, I'd just come and hang out with y'all today. I'm sorry it took me almost a week to get back here. I know I'd said I'd be here within a couple of days, but it just didn't work out that way. Mouth is getting hoarse because I've talked so much in the last 4 videos I've tried to make here. But yeah, it just didn't work out that way. Every time I'd say, I'm gonna get on there, I'm gonna get this done, and then I'd make a video. Well, it just takes me a little bit longer, you know. I've had some really kind of not great days as far as feeling good, and you know, when I don't feel good, that makes me crochet even slower. So a couple of days I'd get to feeling good, just about time to go to bed at night. Then I'd start feeling better, and then it's time to go to bed. But the lack of sleep, I think, makes me feel bad, because I sleep in shifts and all. But maybe this week will be a better week. But yeah, that held me back some. But I'm trying. I'm trying. So I thought I would just come on and show you, you know, what I've got, and just do a little talking. You know, I did the baubles. You know, I showed you my little ornaments the other day. So I made 2 more ornaments since we talked last Monday. So now I've got 8 more I got to make. So this is the first one I did the other day. And it's just made with my little scrap yarn, you know. that shiny gray in the middle looks like gray, but that's a mainstay color. And then these other things are big twist. This is a mint, and I think this is orchid, but I can't be for sure. You know, so I like this one. I thought, man, it'd be nice to have a whole tree decorated like that. But anyway, no, it's gonna be a scrappy tree. So yesterday I made this one. I made it in the retro stripes, and then I put some white in there. So yeah, both sides are a little bit different. So that was fun. So now I got 8 more to make. So here's my 2 right here. And then I got this one I made, I showed you last week. And this was my one I made a year or 2 ago. Then I let the baubles sit for a while in here. So I'm determined to get them made this time. So if you know, that's an easy little make too. I really like that. You know, don't take long. So yeah, so that's my 2 things I have finished on that. And then I had bought Craftably Everafter's Grumpy Bear pattern on Etsy on Black Friday. She had a sale going, so I made a Grumpy Bear. Does it look grumpy? Maybe I can get a good picture on the thumbnails, because I got to where either I've got my mouth open, or you know, I'm looking half wild, or I got something shoved up in my face. But it's just my Grumpy Bear, y'all. I really like this pattern. It looks like his face is caved in. I've got to fix that. See where, right there, that's where I stuck the embroidery floss through it. I've got to fix that. I can't get a hold of nothing to fix it in here. I have to fix it in there. But yeah. So this was fun to do. I think I did everything she did, except I did not put no little eyelash type things. I didn't put no blue in the eyes, and I didn't put no blush, so it looks extra grumpy. Hubby says it didn't really look grumpy, but I think he just needs to look at it a little bit further, because it's a little grumpy. So you make the hat, and then you put the hat on the head. You put the ears where you place the hat. What I'm trying to say is, you can do this number. You put the ears on and place your hat on it. So that was a pretty good feature. I like that. Her pattern has the instructions to make I think it's a fruit hat, if I'm not mistaken, and a frog hat. So yeah, I glued this on. I didn't sew it. I put some hot glue and done that. And I don't think my scarf is quite as long in length as hers was. But of course, she uses cotton, and this is worsted weight. Cafe Latte. This is Big Twist Red and Mainstay White. But she's doing next year. I think she's going to have like clothing and stuff she makes for these bears. I think that's what she said the other day on her video. So yeah, I'll link that I'll link that Etsy pattern in my description box in case you would like to go and buy it. But she has several free patterns on her blog, and I'll try to remember to link her blog too, because I've made several of her things on her blog. She offers a lot of things. Right now she's got a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? And that is awful cute. Like I said, Michelle at Crafty Farm Gal, she's doing it, and hers is so cute. Did Michelle say she was doing that? Michelle, you told me you wasn't doing that yet. I don't know. I get so mixed up in the head, y'all. I really do. But I think, Michelle, you want to do it, right? So yeah, but I've seen so many pictures of people posting theirs. That might be where I'm getting confused at, because Cassandra's got a community post, and people post their pictures of their makes that she has. they've made of her patterns and such, and I think I just got confused. But I know Michelle wants to make that, and I do too. Whether I get it made this year or not, but I have downloaded all that on my phone. So y'all make sure to go over there and look at that blog. I'm gonna link. So yeah, so that's my 2 makes this week, or my 3 makes, and it kind of looks how I feel, grumpy. And I've been working on my Christmas C2C. Like I said, I'm decreasing now. So I started decreasing on the red, and now I'm on the white, you know. It's going to go by faster now if I'll just sit down and work on it, which I plan to do. So that's about it as far as, you know, what I've been working on. I did start something else last night. Miss Terry, Yarn Joy podcast. Hey, Miss Terry, if you're watching. She started working on, for her month of December, another Happily Stained blanket, and she's making it with black, and it's so pretty, y'all. So I got me some black in my scrap ball last night, and I've started making that. So, and I'm doing mine different this time in several ways. Of course, my last one, you know, looked like Easter egg colors. It was this part was all white, and then I had all pastels. This time it's going to be black, and it's going to be some dark colors in there. But I'm using a 6.0 hook this time, so it is making it a little less stiff, you know, a little bit more drapey, I guess. There's a little gray hair in there. And when I was making my other one, I kept seeing where I would do something funny, and it would have, I don't know, it just looked like I was making some funny looking stitches. So I decided that I was going to do my colors, not my black, but my other colors. I was going to do them all in the back loops. So I did the back loop only when I'm going down one side, and then when I'm coming back around, I just make a regular crochet, you know. I don't do the back loops. So I just have this one, see how I just got this one little ridge right there? Now on the other side there's no ridges. So I think that's going to work out better in my mind on how it looks to me, because I like my other one, but there were certain stitches that I was doing that I wasn't really satisfied with it. So I wanted to try something different. So yeah, so what color do you think I need to reach in for next? You know, a purple or a light. I don't want to do a lot of like really light colors, because I've been doing that a lot lately. You know, I don't want to get too crazy with light colors. I want to put a mixture of darker colors in there. So what color would you think I would need to do next? I don't know, but I surely am liking it. Miss Terry, you have a lot of good ideas. You really do. So I've got this much left of this blue. That might be enough to do another pass around. You know, so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use that. So yeah, and I got one other little thing I'm doing in there. So maybe the next time that I come along on here, which I hope will be soon, I can show that to y'all. So yeah. And I got this magazine in. This was not a good magazine this time, just to be honest. It's a holiday. It says Crochet 29 patterns for the winter season. It just really didn't have a lot of holiday stuff in there. Here's some of the stuff that they had in there. Now the hat, this also, it looks like a slip stitch hat. And Miss Strawberry Bonnet Crochet, she made some pretty slip stitch hats, but I'm not sure I want to do that. Not sure I want to make a slip stitch beanie. It has some doilies, but I don't work with thread yarn. That blanket's pretty. I mean, I like all this wearable stuff, but I'm not one to make a lot of wearables, because most time my wearables don't look like, you know, they don't look, I'm not ever satisfied with them. But the only thing I'm truly satisfied with is a hat and a scarf, because everything else has not turned out the way I wanted it to. But they are nice in here. I mean, this one's nice. You know, it says it goes up to, who's the designer on this? Anastasia X. It's an intermediate. But look, I mean, I could do that. It's been a 5 bulky though, and I don't have a lot of 5 bulky, and I'm not one to going to be buying no 5 bulky. This is a poncho. That's nice. I would never wear it though. I mean, you know, I don't really go anywhere to dress up. My husband keeps after me about what I want to do on my birthday, and I like that. That's a size 5. I mean 5 bulky. That one is by Sandy Prosser. That's pretty though. I could hold 2 strands of yarn together, couldn't I, if I wanted to attempt it? But yeah. Here's a hat and scarf set. It's made with 4-weight. That's kind of nice, and it's an intermediate. This is a wrapped hood. So yeah, it has a few things in there, but not really anything that, you know, jumps out at me. Really. So I really think they kind of dropped the ball this time on this. I really think they could have put a few more things in there that you could make for Christmas. But you can't have it all, can you? So here's this hat. And it says it's pattern notes. Cap is created by working a rectangle using slip stitches. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. Ooh. Rectangle is then seamed together to form a tube, and the top is cinched closed. Brim can be folded up when worn. I don't know, but I like that. I know I've said I'm no knitter, but sometimes I really wish I could knit, because my friend Miriam, she knits hats, and they're so pretty. Here's a blanket. So yeah, I don't really care for all that. So it was not a very good issue in my opinion, but not all of them are going to be. Let's face it, how many things have I made out of these magazines? I can't remember anything. In fact, I've got a whip in here of a bag that I just totally just, you know, left it alone. It's in a dead sleep. It's in a coma right now. And I can't even remember the magazine I got it out of. I'd have to go back through all the magazines to try to find the right one. It probably wouldn't be too hard to find, but anyway. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week, and maybe in a day or two I can come back on and show y'all something else. I hope everybody's had a good week. I know several of my friends here are having some health issues. Miss Janet, I hope you're feeling better, Miss Janet. She's had some things going on with her. You know, I think she had a fall or something, and I'm hoping she gets to, you know, feel a whole lot better. And Miss Judy, she's had a lot of trouble. She's had some surgery, I think, with her spine, and I hope she's doing well. She's been laid up, I think, Miss Judy. I hope you're doing better. I hope you're starting to recover. I hope it's on its way. And Miss Angela, she's had some, I think she told us she had a stroke, and then she had to have heart surgery this week. So I hope everything's going all right with you, Miss Angela. Let me know if you're able to, if you're able to get on YouTube or whatever, and just let me know how you're doing. So yeah, it's, everybody's got things going on right now, and it's been a lot of things going on around here with people and their health, and also, yeah. So I hope everybody's okay, and let me know what you're doing. Let me know how your month of December is going so far, and maybe I'll get to come on a day or two and we can talk some more. I'm gonna get off of here and go in there and see if I can work on some things in my little yarn mess. So yeah, so y'all have a good day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, y'all.